Am I the asshole for giving my wife an ultimatum about baby names? Before my wife and I got married, we made an agreement that she would get to name our first boy, and I would get to name our first girl. We recently discovered that she was pregnant with twins, and after talking about it, we decided to stick to our original plan. I thought everything would be fine, but ever since I heard the name she chose, we've been having problems. The name is bad. It sounds really stupid, and it's absolutely the kind of name that will get our son bullied. I immediately vetoed it, but my wife said I can't because that wasn't our agreement. I asked why she insisted on this particular name. Apparently it comes from a character she identified with in one of her favorite books when she was growing up. But emotional attachment doesn't make the name itself any better. I said fine, then I may as well name our daughter Hortensia Beerbong III. It sounds just as dumb. She told me I couldn't do that, and I just said why not? It's my choice. That was the agreement. We've been at an impasse ever since. Now, obviously, I'm not actually going to name my daughter that, and I'm pretty sure my wife knows that too. I was just trying to help her see the mistake she was making, but she's not listening to reason. Recently, she started hinting she might just take off around her due date and give birth somewhere without me and my naming input. I think that's uncalled for, but I've got a week-long business trip that I can't get out of about a month before she's due, and I'm worried she'll take the opportunity to disappear until after the twins are here. I've told my brother to keep an eye on her while I'm gone, but it's not like he can watch her 24/7. I think her name choice is dumb and will cause problems for our son, and she thinks I'm being controlling and overdramatic. Neither of us are willing to back down, but with her hints about skipping town for the birth I've been wondering if things have gone too far. Am I the asshole? Esh. How old are you both? 11 and 12. Because that's the vibe I'm getting. Who makes a deal like this? I hope Megatron Jacob Edward and Hortensia Beerbong III have a good support network outside of the both of you that can actually handle the responsibility of raising a child. Before my wife and I got married, we made an agreement that she would get to name our first boy, and I would get to name our first girl. Esh. This is always a dumb mistake. One number 22 yes is the only way to name a child. I think you and your wife have more issues than just naming the children. For her to threaten to take off and have the birth without you, and name the children to spite you, and then you escalating by asking your brother to watch her, is not a good indicator for the health of your marriage. For many couples, naming their children is a 2 yeses is a win, a single no cancels that choice. You both should agree on the names. You can't respect her choice in names. She might take off over a name dispute. Your poor children, they're gonna have little kids for parents. Info. What was the name? Also, what do you plan on naming your daughter? Esh. Who agrees to have zero input into the name of their child? Do what everyone else in the world does when picking names. Put a list together of names you love, she does the same, and figure it out together. Esh. This was a dumb agreement to come to as it is virtually guaranteed to lead to some sort of disagreement. Now there are threats and ultimatums, and I question where this relationship is headed if she's willing to take off and have the twins by herself and name both. Esh. Neville isn't a bad name, even though it is heavily associated with the Harry Potter franchise. But where you both fucked up is with this agreement who gets to pick a name, as it led to where you are now. Esh. Your agreement was silly as hell. No one should have a baby name blank check. I have a friend that named his kid Tyne or Tane. Dude, he's going to get called Taint once he hits middle high school. Guess who became a bulled, high school dropout that doesn't speak to his parents? Anyway, good luck with the twins. Sorry. You're worried your wife will leave and take your unborn children with her. And you're worried about their freaking names. You've much bigger problems. Esh. I am a father of 2 and I know how the naming process is important. In my opinion, this deal makes no sense. Both of you should just abandon this deal. You are both adults, this deal is not a contract, this is not a thing you should abide to if it doesn't bring anything positive. The way we did it, me and my wife, is simple. Let's choose a name that we both like. We both suggested names, we both rejected some, until we found a name we both likes. There are thousands of names, you both just have to be reasonable and find something that will fit you both. The name being? Surely you'd remember to post the name. Take the opportunity to disappear until after the twins are born. What? Not sure I quite this post. Sorry if I'm being harsh not believing it, but it seems too heated and gaps everywhere. So you guys aren't even mature enough to deal with naming babies, but you think you're ready to have them. Esh. Did I miss you sharing the name? How can we judge if we don't know the name? For all we know, the name is Harry and you are ridiculous. AITA for telling your brother to keep an eye on her. LOL. Did you kidnap her? Good luck to her escape person with praying hands. The name Neville is increasing in popularity and Rose has been used for years. What is your problem with these names? Esh. You are too immature to be parents. Get some therapy. Info. We're gonna need to know these names before we can judge. Because most of the time, you should stick to a deal you've made, but some names are just so bad that you deserve a veto and should stage an intervention. There's a tie-in assholery here. If her threat of running away was genuine, what kind of partner are you that she'd rather raise the twins without you? I'm sure her idea of leaving doesn't begin and end with the name issue. That means you suck. If she's bluffing to manipulate you, and you're actually a loving and supportive partner, she also sucks. ESH. NB. Neville as a boy's name is acceptable, by the way. I've seen people atrociously name their kids Hunter, Topper, Vladimir, yeah, spelled that way. Count yourself lucky instead. Your wife could have done worse. Neville. The kid's name will be Neville. You're the asshole. I thought it was going to be something super outrageous like Fartknocker or something, but Neville. Come on dude, grow up. Neville is fine to name a kid. At least she's not chosen Draco or Cormac. Jesus Christ, I feel sorry for the children. ESH. Please grow up, both of you. Esh. You both need to work on compromise and how to employ good sense. I'm torn between ESH and you're the asshole, but I'm going with you're the asshole. Honestly, I think agreements like that are flawed to begin with. Each parent should get a say in what their children will be named to. At the very least, avoid situations like this. What put me over the edge to you're the asshole is you having your brother keep an eye on her while you're away. That's just creepy. You're the asshole. Neville is not remotely comparable to Hortensia Beerbong III. I cannot believe how you made this sound. I was expecting the name to be like Hulk or Tin Captain or something. Neville is just so normal. And here I was, thinking she chose Gaylord. ESH. And you have also even bigger problems than names. You're the asshole. If my spouse recruited family members to watch me while he was out of town, I'd disappear too. And not come back. Esh. Please fight elsewhere than drawing unborn children in already? And is there any trust and love to be found? Don't believe this post. Esh. I feel so bad for your poor kids. You're the asshole. The name she's picked is not ridiculous at all, and if you're stooping low enough to get your brother to watch her, I can see why she wants to get away from you. ESH. Sounds like she had that name picked the whole time and got you to agree to a deal to prevent you from stopping her. Esh. Why are you married? And how does the rest of your marriage work? And are you sure the two of you are actually capable of raising children without enormous conflict? And seriously, you both need to figure out what you want your family life to look like, how you will handle the inevitable differences in child rearing, etc. These kids seem doomed, just from this post. It's a shame you two are reproducing because you've got bigger issues than choosing names. But I'm leaning more toward you're the asshole. You are both acting like 12-year-olds fighting over a video game. The name isn't even bad in the slightest either. You made an agreement, honor it. Choose the middle name if it means that much to you. You can give the child a nickname even. But this petty fighting between you and your spouse does not bode well for your children. There will be many tougher choices to be made once they are actually alive. And you all can't discuss anything appropriate.